Hey, what is up, fam? Oh my goodness, it's been so long. Happy break if y'all are on break. It is like the most wonderful time of the year, when we get the end of the year breaks. So it's great to see everybody. If you are watching, then please just give us a shout out in the comments so I can shout you out. But I am Sarah. I am the founder, CEO of wonderful organization called EduMatch. Our goal is to connect educators around the world to learn and grow together. All right. So one thing that I really wanted to jump into was BlueSky. All right. I don't know how many of you back in the day used to be hardcore on Twitter. I know I did. That was like my water. Twitter was like everywhere for me. And I just got back into BlueSky, which is a platform with the very similar feel to Twitter back in the day. A lot of people are talking about that. There's a lot of organic conversations going on, where folks are really, shouting out things that really foster a lot of collaboration and conversation and things of that nature. So before we get started, I just wanted to give a very quick shout out to my girl Tara Linney. So shout out to TL Specialist, her organization that hosts a Notebook LM. Oh, typo. Sorry, but a Notebook LM course that you can find on tlspecialist.com, 20% off right now. And the reason I'm shouting that out is because I actually took a whole lot of resources that I found on BlueSky by a lot of educators that I know, trust, and respect. And I dumped them into Notebook LM. So thanks to Tara, now I know how to do it, right? And I kind of came up with some talking points for you all, just to make sure that I hit everything that I want to share with you all. And I see Tara is on right now. Hey, girl. All right. So before we get started, actually, let's go ahead and get started. So let's talk about first why BlueSky. So BlueSky, the reason I love it, I first have to give a shout out to Alice Keeler, who hit me to this probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. She's like, yeah, you should join BlueSky. You should post on BlueSky. Trust me, it's going to blow up. And I was just like, okay, cool. So I went on there and, I saw a lot of people posting some really great things, but I was just like, oh, one more social network. Like, I don't know if I can fit this into my bandwidth right now. So honestly, I kind of fell off. But I heard people talking about it about maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was just like, okay, let me get back into this and see what's going on. And I got on it, and it's just amazing to me. Like right now, I'm back drinking from the fire hose again. So let me tell you a little bit about what BlueSky is. It's an open source social media platform not controlled by a single company. Let me say it again, not controlled by a single company. All right. So the way that you get to BlueSky, and I will actually share my screen. I should pull this up right over here. Let me actually open an incognito because I am signed in to BlueSky right now. So let me share my screen. All right. And why is it not doing it? Why is it not doing it? Okay, so Okay, so honestly, in all honesty, I have not done a screen share in quite a while. So let me just go ahead and pick this up real quick. Okay, so this window, bam, there we go. All right, so we have BlueSky. So if you want to do it the cheat way like I did, then you can just type in BlueSky in your Google Chrome browser, or whatever browser you're using, Edge, Firefox, Safari, whatever. But the link is bluesky.app, bsky.app. So you go ahead, click on here, and then you can, from there, create an account. You can sign up, sign in if you already have one. You can do this on your mobile phone as well. So easy peasy. I'm starting from the very bare bones basics right now for anyone who might be wondering, what is this and how can I get started? Okay, so let me go back to my default layout and show you all my face once again. All right, so you just go over to that website and get linked up to it. It used to just be invite only, but now anybody can join. I was just telling a few of my friends, hey, get on BlueSky. And they were just like, oh, I need an invite. And I was just like, no, you don't need that anymore. So when you get signed up to BlueSky, then you want to definitely put a profile photo up. That's something that you might want to do, even if it's just an avatar. But in your bio, you want to definitely make sure that you mention that you're in education. I'm assuming you're in education. If you're watching this from a different field, then hello and welcome. But most of the this is targeted for educators. So that's what I'm speaking to right now. So make sure that you put that you are in education. And the reason that you want to put that is because a lot of people, the present company included, will only follow you back if you're an educator. So in order for you to connect with your people, then go ahead and link that educator or something about education in your bio. You can also add your interests. I was kind of silly with it. Like mine says, I enjoy short walks on the beach. I'm a Virgo, things like that. So, but definitely, if you want to connect with other educators and you want to put in your bio that you're an educator. Also, when you are doing your post, then you want to use the hashtag EduSky and use camel casing. So capital E and capital S, that helps with accessibility. Also, while we're on the topic of accessibility, then you want to make sure that you have your alt text turned on, and you can do that in your settings. So I am going to share my screen one more time to show you exactly how you can do this. So I'm actually going to need to share a different screen. So here we go. Ta-da! This is our EduMatch account. All right. You also have the option to put a header image there. I didn't do it, but would love to. I'll get around to doing it. But one thing that you want to do is that when you go into your settings, when it comes to accessibility, then you want to require alt text before posting. And then that way, when you have your images posted, then it's going to require you to put in some alt text. So I did that on my personal account. The EduMatch account is still kind of new, so I haven't done that yet, but now I have. So haha, we are all set and ready to go with that one. All right, so I'm going to get back on and show my face once again. All right, cool. So we want to definitely make sure that our posts and our gift shifts are accessible. So using that accessibility setting is key. All right. So if you have any questions, by the way, please feel free to drop them in the comments. If I don't know, I'm going to ask somebody, baby. But if I do know, then I'll be happy to jump in and share that with you. All right. So in terms of connecting with others, let me take it back to the EduSky hashtag. Okay. So let's go back to sharing the screen like so. All right, fantastic. So when we're on here and we go to hashtag EduSky, then you will see a lot of different content on here. But there's one thing in particular I was looking for. I think I need to find it in my feed. I'm going to get to my EduSky feed, and I'll tell you about feeds in just a moment. There we go. So when you go to the EduSky feed, then you will see that there's a pinned post that it's a community for educators. There is a list of folks that you can follow that's already set up for you. So let me share this tab, and you can see just kind of like everybody who's on here. You can find a lot of different things that we're going to get to in just a second, like the feeds, the starter packs, the chats, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so check out that list, find your people on there. Also, you can join the list yourself. There is a Google form that you can fill out. So you can join the community on BlueSky. And then you can also pin the feed if you want to do that. Okay. So there is the EduSky feed. If I clicked on that link, then you can come to these three dots and there would be the option to pin the feed. Okay. It might just say pin right here. You see, I already have it pinned. So I'm guessing the pin is right here. All right, so that is a little bit about how you connect. So just a few more tips just to talk through that a little bit. You can also connect with starter packs. So I said, I mentioned that before on the sheet. So shout out again to Alice with her EduSky spreadsheet for putting that together for all of us. But starter packs are a very cool thing that we fully embrace. So they are a list of recommended people to follow based on a topic or theme. So let's take a look at what starter packs may look like. Let me go back to my BlueSky. All right, so I'm going to share this tab. Okay. And let's go back to our EduMatch page and ta-da, here we go. All right, so we're on our EduMatch page, and you'll see that under our profile, then we have our curated list of starter packs. So with the starter packs, then you have several different people who, in this case, have self-identified. They said, hey, this is a topic that interests me. So we've several different starter packs here. I think you need 7 or 8 people for a starter pack to begin. So if you don't already have that, then, just find more folks and then you'd be able to recommend people in your starter packs. So we have one for math, for literacy, for higher ed, for AI, for SEL, elementary, so on and so on and so on. Our pack one. And when I am to click on one of these, let's say that I click on the equity pack. Okay, then you'll see all of these different people in here who have self-identified or people that I may have added myself. And I want to go back and make sure I follow everybody in our starter packs. So people who are interested in equity, you can make starter packs based on anything. I've seen people do starter packs based on folks that they recommend that are really guiding their thoughts. I've seen some folks make starter packs with their friends. But when you see a starter pack, then you have the option, if it's not yours, to just follow all. Okay. I can also share my starter pack. Okay. So there's a lot of different starter packs out there. Once again, you can also access them from Alice's spreadsheet. So there is a list of different starter packs that are on here. And the thing I love about this is that it randomizes each day. So there's like a different one at the top of the list all the time. But you can find a lot of different starter packs out there that people have added to the starter pack list. There's also a directory, but since this is a one-on-one session and we're just going to stick with these, but I'll also recommend some blog posts that you can go in if you want to dive in and learn some more later. All right. So that is a little bit about that. In addition, there is a SkyBridge extension in the Chrome web store. There's a great blog post by Becky Keene that has a lot of different resources. So I learned about SkyBridge through Andre Dottie as well as Dr. Wanda Terrell. And if you are coming from Twitter, or if you're or X as it's known now, then there is a SkyBridge extension. It's in the Google Play Store, and I will get that for you in just a second. But before we do that, I wanted to show you this great template that was created by Carly, and I am going to open that up and just kind of show you what it looks like. So let's see, we have tinyurl.com/move to BlueSky, and then it looks a little something like this. All right, so you can use the template and you're able to add that you are coming from BlueSky. Join me on BlueSky. You could put your picture in, your name, .bluesky.social, okay? And then it tells people the link to where to go to find you. So that is such a great resource. Let me see if I can also find the SkyBridge extension to show you all. So SkyBridge extension, okay, Google Chrome Store, okay. All right, and then sharing my screen to that tab, there is a SkyBridge extension, okay? Actually, no, my apologies. Forget I said that. Let's do the little mind eraser thing from Men in Black. All right, we're going to come back to that SkyBridge extension, but don't worry, I'm going to also post I'll also post a link in the comments so that you can have the right one. Don't you just love going live? I do. All right. So anyway, You can find us on BlueSky at edumatch.bsky.social. So please find us there, connect with us. We love to connect with all educators. In addition, if you want to be added to our starter packs, we just started doing this like maybe a few days ago, but you can go to bit.ly/edumatch, camel cased, dash BlueSky dash starters. Okay. And then from there, then we will connect you with our starter packs. All right. So let's talk a little bit about customizing your BlueSky experience. So what you could do, I'm going to go back to Alice's sheet for the, for simplicity's sake. So when we are on Alice's sheet, let me share my screen. All right. Oh, I sure enough did kick the thing out. I did not mean to do that. My bad. But okay, there we go. So now we have it back. So we're on Alice's sheet. And then if you go to EDU feeds, then you can find a lot of different feeds. Now, just know that it is possible for you to also create your own custom feed. Now, I did it. It took me a little finagling, but I was able to do one for EduMatch, and I'll share that one is on the sheet. You'll see in depending on when you're watching this. If this is live, we're currently in row 16. So anything that is tagged with EduMatch or says the word EduMatch, it'll show up on a feed. So you have a link to a lot of different feeds on here, and you can just kind of click on the one that you want. Like for example, let's say I want to click on this youth made one. Okay. And then it's going to open for me in my BlueSky app, and I can pin it to home. And now I will see in my BlueSky that I have the youth made feed. Okay, so that is something pretty cool that you can do. So I would be able to access it by going to my home screen, and then you see here that youth made is right on top, right there. Okay, so that is how I can pin a feed. So that is good to know. And you might want to pin the EduMatch feed. I'm just saying, but it's on the sheet if you want to. All right. So in addition to that, a lot of other cool things that you can do. You can also delete feeds. All right. So let's say, and I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes only, because I do want to keep this youth made feed. But let's say that I wanted to not have it show up, then I would be able to go into my little hashtags thing, and I could edit my feeds, and I'd be able to unpin it, and then it would just be saved down here. And once I save my changes, notice what happened on this side. It's no longer there. Notice what happens on my home screen. It's no longer there. Okay, so that is how you can add a feed and how you can take out a feed. And you see this video right there popping up for EduMatch in my EduMatch feed. It defaulted to that because not only can you add and delete feeds, then you can also move them up and down. So I can move my EduMatch one down if I want to, or I can move it back up. Okay. And that will change how it appears here. That will change how it appears on my home screen. So that being said, let's go back and see what's up next. Okay. So let's see. There's also chats. Want to talk to you a little bit about chats. So going back to Alice's spreadsheet, let's call it home base for right now. All right. So going back to her sheet, then we see lots of different edu chats, and soon EduMatch will be coming to this list. So just stay tuned. We have that in the works. We're going to do a slow chat, but you see here all of the different chats, the titles, the days, the lengths, the times, the audiences, and the organizers, and so on and so forth, etc. So we will be coming to a BlueSky near you. All right. Cool beans. Now, in addition, let me see. I wanted to once again give out some quick shout outs to people who I referenced and even someone who I didn't reference. So let's see. So on some feeds that I follow EduSky, I follow EdTech, I follow Black EduSky. So shout out to Phonesha for that. I follow think I said EdTech. And now I'm following Youth Made. So those are a few of the ones that I follow. You can kind of follow the ones that you want to as well. All right. So just a few best practices before we close out. So let me get my screen off the screen and me back on the screen. So when you are using BlueSky, then it's great to engage with others. I know that a lot of times folks like to kind of lurk and see what's going on, and that's cool too. You know, if that's your jam, if you're more of a lurker, then cool. I'm getting a lot out of it by engaging with people when I can. You know, I'm kind of dipping my toes back into that, and you know, inviting opinions, things like that. Also, just want to put out there that it is one thing that I would highly recommend is to follow people that you would not ordinarily follow. Okay, follow people who may disagree with you and push your thinking, and also engage with them on deeper levels. So there's some things in the works where we're going to try to get our fam to connect even more, because doing EduMatch for 10 plus years at this point, then we definitely see the power in deeper connections. I'm talking about you meet somebody online and you talk to them on a regular basis, about work, about non-work, you know, and become friends to the point where you actually meet in person and it feels like a family. It feels like a family reunion, hence the term PLF. Personal learning family. So that's what PLF stands for. So you can create your PLF here on BlueSky, right here on BlueSky. So I definitely want to echo that with y'all. And in addition, there's less commercialization on BlueSky. That's one thing that I really enjoy. There's no ads coming from BlueSky. Sometimes people are kind of selling their stuff, which, you know, in moderation, I think is cool. But there's no like ads in your face like you get on different networks. So that's a really cool thing. In addition to that, I want to say the last thing, I just had it, but it just left me. Again, don't you love live? But I do love BlueSky, and I want to connect with you there and anywhere else. So connect with us at www.edumatch.org. And this has been just a very, well, quick-ish guide to BlueSky for educators. So I hope you found it helpful. Shout out once again to Tara, to Alice, to Carly, to Becky, to Phonesha, to Eric, to did I say Carly? Yeah, all of those people and more. So thanks again, everyone, and have a great break. All right, we are going to close it out with this great song by the amazing Ron Madison.
It's Edge Match.